Dennis. I promised y'all this back in the summertime, and I'm just now getting around to it, and here we are already in the fall. But I was doing some pulled pork barbecue with a Boston butt, and I said, I got to show y'all how to make my Granddaddy's hot sauce, barbecue sauce, grilling sauce, whatever you want to call it. So today, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna be in here in the kitchen, getting it all mixed up, and then I'm gonna take it outside, put it on my little camp stove, and mostly because it's backyard barbecue, right? Dennis's backyard barbecue. So we're gonna mix it up in the house because we do a lot of prep in the house. And then we'll take it outside and cook it. You can cook it in your kitchen. The whole thing, the key to it is gonna be slow simmering and keep it stirring off and on. You don't want it to burn on the bottom of the pan. All right, all that being said, let's get to it. Time to make some sauce. All right, y'all, this recipe is gonna make just about a gallon. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna start out with 8 cups of white vinegar. Let me get my big old measuring cup here. All right, so I'm gonna put in 8 cups of white vinegar. And this is a 4-cup measuring cup. So that's easy, right? We'll just fill that up twice. So we'll do it again. Look at that, we're just a little bit short, which is why I went to the store and bought some more, because I figured we wasn't gonna have enough to do all of it. So let's top this thing off. All right, so let's put that in there. Now, we need 2 32 or 38 ounce bottles of ketchup. Get this ketchup open. You want to save these ketchup bottles because you're going to use them to put the sauce in after we get the sauce made. If you find 32 ounce bottles, that's fine. If you have 38 ounce bottles, that's fine too. It's not going to really affect the recipe that much. All right, and Hunt's or Heinz is better, but ketchup is ketchup. So we're going to dump this bottle in there. And then I'll show you a trick because you want to get all the ketchup out. All right, so we got as much out as we can get. Now we're just going to put a little tad bit of water in there. Put the lid back on. Shake it up real good. And dump the rest of that in there, just like that. And we're going to set this other ketchup bottle in the sink. We're going to wash it out after a while. Now, I've got some extras because around here we save all our empty ketchup bottles. That way I'll have some for when I make the sauce. Sometimes I'll make it 3, 4, 5 gallons of it. All right, and we go back and do the same thing we did with the water. This may end up being a long video. I ain't meaning it to be that way, but the ingredients for this probably gonna cost you about $15 if you don't have the cayenne pepper and the mustard powder. That's where the extra expense comes from. All right. And I will put all the ingredients down in the description when we get through. All right, so we got our ketchup in, we got our vinegar in. Now we're gonna put in 4 tablespoons of black pepper. And watch, we're gonna run out of black pepper too. But I got me another bottle of that as well. All right, that's 1, 2, 2.5, we ain't gonna count the half. And the way to seal these things up, they don't want nobody to open them. Oh, so this is me opening up the black pepper container. All right, so we did 2.5, but we're not gonna count the half. All right, so that's 3, and that's 4. All right, so that takes care of our black pepper. Now we're gonna put in 4 tablespoons of cayenne pepper. And we're in the same boat with cayenne pepper. I know I ain't got that much of it, so went and bought me another container of it. Now the cayenne pepper, I thought they'd done designed these to open up easier, and they did, which is good because I don't want to inhale a whole bunch of cayenne pepper all at the same time. That'd be kind of rough. All right, so cayenne pepper, we're doing 4 tablespoons. So let's dump this in here. And once we get this all simmered down, we're going to let it set for a little while and just let the sauce all meld into one awesome flavor. All right, so that's that. Next thing we're going to do is put in 2 teaspoons of dried mustard. I'll get to clean that up after a while. I just dumped dry mustard all over the counter. All right, so 2 teaspoons of dried mustard. So that's actually going to be 4. I forgot because I'm doubling this recipe. So 4 teaspoons of dried mustard. And that's my 4 teaspoon scoop right there. So that's that. Went and bought some more mustard because I couldn't remember if I had any. Got home and looked and had a whole full thing of it. So it's going to be a couple of batches before I got to buy mustard again. All right, so now we're going to do 4 teaspoons of salt, and I'm just using regular old iodized salt for this. All right, so there's our 4 teaspoons of salt. Now we're going to get 1 tablespoon of sugar, actually 2 tablespoons of sugar, because I keep forgetting. So far I hadn't let it bite me. So 2 tablespoons of sugar. And then the next thing we're going to do is put in 2 sticks of butter. So remember, when I'm doubling this recipe, if you just want to make about 7 cups of this sauce, just cut in half what I'm putting in there. And this is the last of the ingredients. Then we put it on the stove. Like I say, you can do it in the house. I just want to do it outside. It's pretty outside today for a change. We've been cold, rainy, and miserable down here in South Carolina for the last several days. It's almost starting to feel like wintertime. And I do not like me any wintertime at all. All right, now this stick of butter is being hard to peel. All right, so that's our 2nd stick of butter. All right, so we've got everything in the pot. Let me let you take a downward look at it. So that's everything. Okay, and it's going to cook down some. So you don't have to use that big of a pot. That's why normally I make a lot more than what I'm making today. But I only need a little bit for a barbecue and hash cook that I'm doing next week. And I will show you how to make the hash once we do the hash cook. All right, so let me get out to the stove, get the stove going, and I'll see y'all outside. Okay, we're outside. We got gas hooked up to the camp stove. Let's go ahead and fire it up. I don't want a big rolling fire because I don't want to burn it. I'm going to take the lid off of it till it melts the butter because, well, the lid also makes for a good place to put my stirring spoon. And that's back there behind the camp stove. All right, can you see down in there? We need to make some adjustments. There you go. Now you can watch the progress. I've got it on about medium heat right now. We'll adjust it after a while. And this probably is going to take 30, 45 minutes to get it rendered down, and then we're just gonna simmer it really low heat and just let it do its thing. See y'all in a bit. All right, so we got the fire going. We're starting to get some heat. Butter's starting to melt down a little bit. So just want to stir it every once in a while. You don't have to stir it a lot. Not at this point. And now we're down to like a medium-low heat, because I started to get a couple of bubbles in there and I don't want it to boil yet. And when it does boil, I don't want it to boil for very long. All right, see, butter's starting to melt, sticking to my spoon. That's all right. Once this water gets good and hot, look at that, it's already starting to fall off. All right, so I'm gonna let it sit for a couple of minutes, and we'll come back and stir it some more. And then I'll just later on let y'all know how long it took. This would be an hour video if I let y'all see the whole time. All right, so we'll be back in a minute. Okay, we've been stirring it periodically. It's been on for about 20 minutes. You can see the butter's gone. Also, I hope you can see that steam coming out of there, because that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna simmer it, cook it down some, let it thicken up a little bit. So now I'm on low heat with it. And I'm gonna leave the lid off of it because I want it to cook down. I want it to thicken up. I want those flavors to concentrate, because that's what makes it so good. All right, so I'm gonna do this for about another 15 minutes, maybe 20, and then I'll check back in with you guys, because this, all it is now is stir it, let it sit for a few minutes, stir it, because like I said, you don't want the sugars in the sugar and the ketchup, you don't want that to caramelize and stick to the bottom of your pot, because you ruin your whole batch. All right, so I'm gonna let it sit for a few minutes, not the whole 15, because I'm gonna be stirring it about every 5. We'll see y'all shortly. Okay, it's only been about another 10 minutes, but I wanted you to look at this, and hopefully you can see it's just a real slow roll going on in there. That's exactly how we want it, just a real slow roll. All right, wanted to show you all that. Now I'll return you to your previously scheduled programming. All right, so we've been cooking for about an hour. I've got the heat cut down way low. It's cooked down about 2 inches in that hour time frame. And we've been pretty steady stirring it. So what we're gonna do now, let's see if I can pull some of this up here so you can kind of see the consistency. This isn't gonna be a real thick sauce. It's just a sauce. It's tasting good too. All right, so we've cooked down 2 inches, so that's gonna be pretty good. So what I'm gonna do now is cut the heat off, and I'm gonna cover the pot, and I'm gonna let it sit like this for about another hour or 2. And then I'm gonna do a taste test on it. And then if it's ready, we'll start bottling it. So I'll see y'all in a little while. Okay, it's time to take up the sauce. I'll stir it around one last time. It's been sitting for about 2 hours. It's still really hot, but you can see it's thickened up a little bit. Now, it's not supposed to be like spaghetti sauce or anything like that. It is a grilling cooking sauce. You can call it barbecue sauce, you call it whatever you want. It's a meat sauce. I've used it on bologna sandwiches. I've used it on all kinds of stuff. All right, now the way we're gonna do this is to keep from making a big old mess. I've got some paper towels set up here on the counter, along with all my empty bottles. I got my 2 bottles that we emptied today. They're right there. All right, so I'm gonna take my measuring cup. Let me move y'all over here, because I want to try not to block the shot. So I'm gonna take my measuring cup. I'm gonna dip down here in the pot. I'm gonna let it drain a little bit. Then I'm gonna pour it in my funnel. You see why I'm doing this in the sink, because there's spillage. I'm not gonna show y'all all of these because there ain't no point. But this is what I do. I take my old ketchup bottles, fill them up like that. Then I take my funnel and set it right there out the way. And you see we got it nice and clean. If I get anything on it, just wipe it down like that. Then put my lid on it. And that's it. That's Granddaddy's hot sauce. There's ways to make it hotter. You know, all you got to do is, if you ask me in the comments, I'll tell you how to make it hotter. But this is just my Granddaddy's standard hot sauce. So, let me wrap this video up because y'all don't need to be around for me to package all the rest of this stuff. Got me a little crouton. Got me a little sauce. Dip the crouton and stuff. Oh man. Yep, Granddaddy would be proud of that. That is some good old sauce. You can put it on bologna sandwiches. I've put it on everything except fish. I have not put it on any kind of fish. I've done beef, pork, chicken, venison. I think I put it on some turkey one time. Anyway, you can put it on anything you want. Yeah, that's why I just call it a grilling sauce, but everybody always called it Granddaddy's hot sauce. So I'm gonna put the recipe for it down in the description, and I'm gonna put the link to our Amazon. Y'all know the deal with Amazon. I don't need to go through that again. But until the next time I see y'all at the grill, y'all keep on grilling. And this is my my Granddaddy's recipe. So hopefully y'all will enjoy it because we have for over 100 years. See y'all at the grill.